I'm back in this village, which is in Lalitpur district of Uttar Pradesh, in northern province in India. And this is where we started our organic farming initiative back in 2016 with this farmer called Kamlesh. And we were discussing about the impacts of climate change, and he was telling how excessive heat is causing problem in his agriculture. कमलेश थोड़ा बताओ कि कैसे ये दाल की फसल में फ़र्क आया है.
सर ये इस टाइम पे तो ठंडक आ जाना चाहिए, लेकिन इस मौसम में गर्मी अभी इतनी तेज़ पड़ रही है कि ये फसल जल गई, कुछ हरी फली भी हैं वो भी ऐसा ही हो गई, और इससे पहले ज़्यादा से बारिश पड़ गई, उसके बावजूद भी मौसम ठंडा नहीं हुआ. अभी इसका सरसों लगाने का भी सर समय आ चुका है, लग जाना चाहिए था, लेकिन अभी गर्मी है, इस वजह से और दिन पर दिन, और पिछले सालों से भी सर ऐसा ही मौसम हो, इस मौसम में कभी गर्मी बहुत ज़्यादा पड़ रही है, नहीं हो पा रहा, ऐसा ही चल रहा है.
So what he's saying is that prolonged heat is actually delaying the next crop and badly affecting the current crop. So this is a lentil crop which is badly affected. As you can see, it's all burnt, and the quality of the grain is also very badly affected. So this is a real impact of climate change we are seeing. So even organic farmers are really struggling with the way temperatures have been rising and the weather has become so erratic in the last few years. I was asking our partner farmer Kamlesh, who is with us in Satat Sampada, and we collectively do organic farming, that when there is excessive heat and rains are delayed, what is the way of dealing with such a situation? तो कमलेश बताइए कि आप क्या करते हैं अगर पानी देर से बरस रहा है और गर्मी बढ़ रही है, तो कैसे हम फसलों को बचाएंगे?
सर कुएं से पानी ये लेजम डली है जो एक सिंचाई के लिए हमने डाली है, मूंगफली की भी सूख रही है और उसमें उड़द की भी सूख रही, तो ये लाइट से इसलिए मोटर चलाकर इसमें पानी ले आते हैं. समस्या ये है कि जब ऊपर से पानी नहीं बरसेगा और हमें पानी चाहिए होगा आज, तो 3-3 दिन तक लाइट नहीं आती है, तो सिंचाई नहीं हो पाती. इस वजह से ये पेड़ जल से गए हैं, समस्या ये आ जाती है. अब लाइट अभी 3 दिन से है नहीं, तो पानी अभी कहाँ से दिए हम, ताकि अच्छे से ये पैदावार हो सके, तो ये नहीं हो पा रहा, अभी लाइट है ही नहीं.
So he is explaining that we are making efforts and we have put this pipe through which we can actually irrigate our farms, but there is no electricity for the last 3 days, and this is 7th of October 2023, and this is the time when we should have slightly cooler weather, and if there is electricity they can at least use irrigation to adapt to this changing climate. So you can see how lack of electricity is affecting their ability to adapt, and weather is definitely making their life very, very difficult. So talking about adaptation to the changing climate, Kamlesh was saying that they do have a traditional well which was dug about 100 years ago, and they have been relying on this well for a very long time. And they used to have a traditional way of fetching water. They used to have bulls who used to pull water, and through a traditional technique to supply water to even the far away farms. But now with the mechanization of agriculture, that has changed. They are also relying on this electric motor which pulls water from this well, and through these pipes it's supplied to their farms. But the challenge is there is no electricity for the last 3 days. So imagine that they do have some facility, but still many villages in India do not have regular supply of electricity, which is affecting their ability to adapt, and they are incurring massive losses in agriculture. So this is the reality of India, which is always called out for not taking enough action in terms of reducing their emissions, which it definitely should, but it is also dealing with the challenge of climate change and is not even able to adapt. So there are many villages which need to have a regular supply of electricity. So India definitely is facing many challenges in terms of poverty elevation, and it has to reduce its carbon emission, but at the same time has to make sure that there is a regular power supply which should be green to these farmers so that they can adapt to the changing climate. So we went to another well to figure out what are the other alternatives, and we found this particular well where they have put a diesel pump, and this diesel pump is helping them take water from this well and push it to the nearby farms. But the challenge is it's very expensive it is an alternative to electricity, but it is also very polluting. And let's hear from Kamlesh what he says about the issues related to this diesel pump. Kamlesh, थोड़ा बताओ कि क्या है डीजल पंप आपने लगाया जब बिजली नहीं आती है, लेकिन इससे की क्या समस्याएं हैं?
सर ये एक तो पानी ज़्यादा दूर तक फेंक नहीं पाएगा, लेजम फट जाती, उसके बाद जल्दी ख़राब भी हो जाता, और डीजल कॉस्ट सर इसमें ज़्यादा है, इस वजह से नहीं हो पाता। इससे करते तो हैं।
अभी ये चालू हालत में है?
हाँ, ये चालू हालत में है, बिल्कुल चालू हालत रखा, इसी से ही लगाते, इससे ज़्यादा लागत है।
So what he is saying that it is very expensive because diesel cost has gone up, and this is not a viable alternative because it cannot push water as far as electric pump can do, and even they are not happy to be relying on this diesel pump. So what is the solution? The solution is solar powered irrigation system, which the government is providing. And Kamlesh also told me that he is now going to apply for that. So जो वो सोलर वाला आया है, आप अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उसके लिए?
हाँ, अब कर रहे हैं, आवेदन अभी किया है, अब अगले साल आएगा जब हो पाएगा, अभी तो नहीं है फिलहाल कोई साधन।
So it is not available right now, and he is going to apply, and then most likely next year he is going to get it. So you can see how farmers are currently facing several issues with cost of fuel going up, not being a viable solution, electricity not being available for the last 3 days, and the crop is getting affected because of this reason. So farmers are facing a real challenge when it comes to climate change and their limited capacity to adapt to the changing climate.